Hey, what is up, guys? You got Dom back, and I'm going to be bringing you a quick RU live with a team I made the other day. With it's based around Verzian. I know Verzian is an S tier in RU, and I know the whole Loma Mola suspect things are going on. But I just wanted to. I was really itchy to use it because I've never really used Verzian competitively. Like, I literally don't think I've ever had it on a team, and it was S rank, and I wasn't really sure why, because looking at the stats, I was like, okay, it's got good special bulk and like decent HP and it's fast, but its offensive stats aren't really amazing. But after using it, its utility with SD, like a lot of things don't really handle these three moves very well. Venusaur is probably the biggest thing it has trouble with, but the likes of Toad, Slowking, Registeel, Bronzong, a lot of those, even Magneton can't really do anything. Verzian can't really switch in on it, or it can just stay in and like blast something away with close combat. Even like Ice Shards from Glacier Sneasel with enough HP left, it does really well with revenge killing as well. We have a Colbur Berry Regenerator Slowking, just a typical Fizz Death one with T-Wave, just so it can slow things down for Emboar, and let me clean up games pretty easily with Flygon and Magneton. Emboar's Life Orb Reckless with Flare Blitz, Superpower, Wild Charge, and Sucker Punch. Wild Charge is to hit bulky waters as well as Golbat. On switch-ins, if there's like multiple things that it can come in on. I don't really end up using that move a lot, but it has come in handy because sometimes it's just the best move to use. It's really reliable mon. It actually takes out Uxie more often than not, which is like the thing I use it for, as well as Registeel very reliably. Then it just blows holes through things, which Emboar is also always great at. I use Bronzong over Registeel just because I don't want to be able to be trapped by Dugtrio. My team is not super weak to Dugtrio, but having Magneton and Registeel would just not really be, and Emboar wouldn't really behoove me too well. Flygon with Bronzong is actually really awesome for matchups against other Flygons because this team is kind of weak to Flygon, but Bronzong pretty much walls it unless it's like a special Fire Blast set, but it's got a lot of special bulk, so it can take at least one or two Fire Blasts depending on the set. And it's just Stealth Rock, Toxic, Earthquake, and Iron Head. I choose Iron Head over Gyro Ball just because I wanted a reliable Steel Stab, but a lot of the tiers are too fast, so Gyro Ball wasn't really helping too much, and Earthquake is just to revenge other Steel types and Magneton. We have Scarf Magneton, which is standard Magnet Pool for HP Fire to trap other Magnetons and Escavalier, as well as get chip damage on Registeel, even though it doesn't do too terribly much. And it pretty much speaks for itself, and it's a Scarf Flygon, which again speaks for itself. A lot of my battles come down to just cleaning up the game with these two, so it's a really fun team. I've done really well with it. I did really well during the suspect. I didn't make Rex, but that was just simply because I've been too busy to ladder too much. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the battle. Or hope we can find one. It might take a little while, but I guess the RU suspect went through already. I don't know what they ruled on. I'm assuming on Loma Mola probably stayed in. Alright, so I'm expecting him to lead with probably Bronzong or Rotom to get the momentum. What I think I want to do is lead with I think Flygon should be fine here, because if he leads Bronzong, I can easily U-turn into Emboar or something and get some good momentum. If he leads Rotom, then I'll get super effective damage on the U-turn. So he leads X-Cloud, which is fine because I have a really solid switch in with being either Bronzong or Slowking. Slowking can't take 2 Boom Bursts, but even if he predicts the Fire Blast, I should be okay because unless he specs, it's not going to do too terribly much. So he does predict and goes, okay, he got a crit, and I'm assuming he is specs as well. That's fine, Bronzong wasn't doing too terribly much here. I can capitalize on that and go into Slowking though, I feel. He might hard switch into Rotom predicting that though. I think I'll just get my rocks up here. So he stays in and goes for the Fire Blast. That's fine though, because what that means is I can come in an Emboar and I can click Superpower, I believe, and pretty much get a kill. Alternatively, Flare Blitz is fine because I'll outspeed Camera if he springs that in, and then I can proceed to go for a Superpower and knock it out. Flare Blitz is still doing, 51%. I don't know if this will be an offensive Blastoise. I don't know what the standard set is on it. I don't want to lose Emboar too early though, so I think my best play is... screw it, we'll go for a Wild Charge. If he's offensive, then oh well. Because I'm running Adamant, but 229 is a pretty good speed. Okay, Aqua Jet. It's not going to do too much. Walter just going to be able to take him out. And I can save this little bit of health to, sorry, I got a phone call. I can save this little bit of health for a Sucker Punch later if I want to revenge kill something. I'm expecting a Volt Switch here. I think Magneton is a fine play here though, because, I mean, at most he's going to Volt Switch on me. It lets him bring in Camera Up though. He's not Will-O-Wisping. I'm pretty sure Volt Switch is just coming my way. So I want to go Flygon here. So he does go for the Volt Switch, and I can go for a U-turn. I think should be fine. I can U-turn back into just gonna go Bronzong, and I can U-turn right back into Emboar, and he has literally no switch-ins to it again besides the Camera Up, and I think I'm just gonna click Flare Blitz. Because even though it resists, like you saw how well Blastoise took that, not well at all. Camera Up is probably not bulkier than Blastoise at this point, so I get rid of Bronzong for pretty much free. And now I'm pretty good to come out with probably Slowking. If he brings Rotom back in, as he does, I can. I feel like Volt Switch is probably his play here. I can go Magneton though, because if he leaves Storms, I'm pretty sure he's some sort of offensive set. Magneton doesn't have the best with us, so I won't actually take that too terribly well. I think Verzian might be a fine play as well. He's gonna go for the HP. I guess that was Ice. I think that was Specs just based on that damage that it did. I'm just gonna go for a close combat to get damage off on this. Because Verzian has a lot of special bulk. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was Specs. So Verzian's gonna go down to this HP Ice. Or Fire, whichever one that was. Probably Fire. And I can just bring in Flygon and maintain momentum. I can honestly just click Outreach if I really want to, but it's a little early to do that. I'll just click U-turn here. If he goes anything really, Magneton's in a pretty nice spot to fire off a move, barring Camera Up. But if he sends out Camera Up, I'm just going to get a little bit of damage off on it because I need chip damage to put him in Earthquake range from Flygon. Because I do believe Mega Camera Up loops one Earthquake from Flygon. So here, I think what I want to do is, I'm gonna go Magneton. Still, I'll fire off a Thunderbolt or a Flash Cannon even, perhaps. Nah, I think Thunderbolt. Flash Cannon, I don't think puts him in. I don't think knocks him out. I don't think Flash Cannon knocks him out. I don't really feel like running a Calc right now. If he does stay in and knock me out, I do have Slowking, which I can T-Wave everything, and Slowking has a pretty nice matchup against everything, barring the Rotom. So I think I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon. If he goes Camera Up, I can go hard on the Slowking, because it shouldn't be able to do too much to me. So he does go for the Boom Burst. We don't take that too terribly well. Get a little bit of chip damage off on the Camera Up, as we do get the Spadef drop, so I'm gonna actually just I think I can save this and go Slowking. As he is gonna go for the Earth Power most likely, and it goes for the Flamethrower, so that's awesome for us, and we get to fire off a pretty much free Scald. He's gonna not sack Rotom because I'm pretty sure it lives it. Nope, Rotom goes down, so we are good to go for the sweep with Flygon. Hitmonlee, if his normal gem Unburden, is a little bit of a problem, but again, Slowking is max defense, so if that's the route he chooses to take, I can just sack Magneton here. And I can go back into Flygon. And I'm going to click Earthquake. Actually, I think regardless, U-turn is still the play here because I get to save a little bit of damage being done to Slow King. I mean, done a Flagon. I go into Slow King, and I'm still at full health with Flagon, so that's awesome. And Regenerator brings me back to full health with this. I can just fire off a Scald here and knock that out. I will live one Broom Burst from a Specs X-Blood for sure, unless he gets a crit, which would blow. So he does send out the X-Blood, and I'm going to go for a Scald. That does a hell of a lot. And now what I think I have to do is go Flagon. If he goes for high jump kick, then he won't act. Alright, so he goes for the fake out. He gets a crit. I think the high jump kick is coming. How do I play this? I think I have to wait and then Thunder Wave him. Sack Flagon here. As we actually live the knockoff and we're going to be able to knock him out with Outrage. That's awesome. It's one game down. It's a good match. And we will find another one. GG, my friend. So yeah, this team has worked out really well. It's really nice and balanced. It handles a lot of the threats in the tier. Embor just puts in the absolute most work. Just the fact that there's not really good switch-ins to Flare Blitz at all. Like, even if you resist it. Uxie takes like 78%, which is, it's actually commonly switched in on it, which is pretty funny. And it's normally faster than Uxie and proceeds to knock it out. And Uxie is a pretty tricky thing for my team to take out without Embor. And honestly, I don't even really worry about Dugtrio switches that much. I have to pull doubles sometimes, but Dugtrio hasn't been too big of an issue. So just based on the fact that I haven't seen a Momomola yet, I'm going to assume that it got banned. I think he's going to probably lead Crystal or Magneton, possibly even Steelix. I think Bronzong is a fine lead here. So he leads with Steelix, so I can't be EQ'd. I'm just going to spam Earthquake, get rid of this wall fast. I won't do too terribly much because it is a Steelix, but I can get out my rocks a little bit later. Rocks don't really help me too terribly much here. I might want to get them up before Crystal comes out. That's about it. So that's like a 5-hit KO. Good lord. I don't think he can do too much to me. I'm just gonna go throw up my rocks. So he goes for Roar. Alright, fair enough. And I'm gonna go for a Side Shock here, expecting the Venusaur to come in. As he actually just goes for, I'm assuming, Roar again? Okay. I'm glad I went into Slow King though, because it's chip damage. So Magneton's gonna come out. He's not on the air balloon, so Earthquake is gonna do a heck of a lot to him. And I can just go for another Earthquake because HP Fire will do pretty much nothing to me. Maybe like 30 something percent. Not even 28%. And yeah. And we have the lefties, so it's pretty much not really gonna affect me too much. So he's gonna send out Cofagrigus, and what I can do here is throw off a Toxic. If he sets up Toxic Spikes, that kind of sucks, but he's just gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp. So I'm assuming he has Hex. And what I'm gonna do now is, I don't want to go hard, Embor. I want to keep this though. I did get the Toxic off, which is really important here. I might have to go Embor, but Embor helps me a lot this game. All this does is wall Steelix, but it really puts it in an impasse more or less. What I think I'm gonna do is go. I'll just get chip damage off, I guess. Well, no. Rizian's not doing too much here. It helps with Blastoise, but if I can keep Magneton, I'm in a good spot. So Hex is gonna do pretty much nothing to Rizian. I'm not Lum, meaning I can go hard in Embor here, because he'll go for the Willow, and then I can just go for a Flare Blitz, and he should be in range after this Toxic damage. And now he doesn't have a switch into Flare Blitz at all. Again, he might go into Blastoise, but as we saw earlier, Blastoise can be 2-hit KO, and I have Wild Charge regardless. So yeah, it's doing quite a bit of damage. And I'm just gonna go for another Flare Blitz. I don't expect him to be faster than me. Yep, I'll take him clean out. And the rest of his team, I'm pretty sure won't be fast enough to outspeed Embor. And the Rock's damage ensures that he's in range of Flare Blitz with the Crystal. Venusaur might be faster than me, but I highly doubt it. So he's gonna go Steelix, and I can knock that out as well. He might, alright, yeah, he sacks off Steelix. We get one more hit, which is, oh no, recoil after the Life Orb damage. That's fine. He's gonna forfeit. So yeah, like I said, Embor puts in the most amount of work, man. Embor is an absolute monster. In fact, without a Lomomola around, I would not be surprised if he got suspected at some point, because it kind of acts like Pangoro did, and that it's really hard to switch into. Like in the tier, I can't really think of anything that really switches into Embor very well. I'm pretty sure I can lead Slowking here. I think Mesprit would probably be the best lead for him, though. I'm gonna lead with Flygon, because at most he leads Mesprit and I get a U-turn off after he gets up rocks, which I can't really stop from happening. Or he just switches hard into Grand Bull, in which case I can go Flygon or Bronzong from that point. If he stays in with Mesprit, I can't bring in Embor. Yeah, Mesprit's actually pretty good against my team as a lead. Slowking would probably be the best thing to counter it. So if I T-Wave it, then Embor is able to pretty much take care of it. I'm gonna throw on the timer because it's taking a little bit of time. Kling is actually a pretty big threat, so he does lead Mesprit like I thought he would. He'll probably just get up his rocks here. Get off a nice clean U-turn, and I will go hard Slowking here. On the bright side, he does not have any electric types, so I can just paralyze everything. I'm assuming Grand Bull will be like a Cleric Grand Bull, so he can get rid of that if he wants to. I'm just going to throw off a T-Wave here. I don't know that he would have Shadow Ball. He might. Not sure what the set that's standardly run in RU with Mesprit is. I know the NU standard sets. He might just U-turn here. Probably be his best play. And maybe go into, I guess, Ludicolo or something. Or maybe even Drapion. I do have the Cobra Barrier though, so I probably just stay in, and I could either stay in and T-Wave Drapion, or I can switch out and take the Cobra Barrier Pursuit, which will pretty much put me back at full health when I come back in. So he goes for his own T-Wave. That's funny. And what I'm going to do here is go into Magneton, because he shouldn't be able to do anything to hurt me too badly. Yeah, Dazzling Gleam isn't going to do much. He has no ground types either, so I can just spam Thunderbolt. Psyche does a bit of damage and he gets the Split F drop, but we're Scarf, so we're not really worried about that. God, Mesprit actually gave me quite a bit of trouble. I'm expecting him to bring in probably Delphox if he's Scarfed, or maybe even Drapion if he's like an AV set, or Scarf Drapion, which is actually becoming more common, which is weird to me. It's not bad per se, I guess. So yeah, he brings in the Drapion, and he's probably going to just go for a Pursuit here. I don't need Magneton too much. It kind of helped me with Kling, as well as getting solid damage off on Grand Bull and Ludicolo, but I'm really expecting Pursuit here. So he was Scarf. That's fine though, because that lets me SD with Rizian. I doubt that he'd be Scarf Delphox too. He's probably Alright, so I'm gonna just go for Leaf Blade and get damage off on this. It's a nice tier KO. Do we live to play rough? No, we do not. Alright, that's fine. Here I can bring in Embor and get a kill. Essentially. Even if he brings Delphox in, I have the Sucker Punch. Ludicolo is not a switch in at all. That'll probably do like 75 to Ludicolo. Kling will get knocked out. Grand Bull will get knocked out. Drapion will be, if he's Scarf, it might actually get knocked out, or at least brought down to Sucker Punch range. So he brings in Drapion, and yep, that gets clean knocked out. Delphox is probably coming out, in which case my only switch in is really going to be Slowking. And I can fire off a T-Wave with that. I could also Sucker Punch this if I wanted to. I might want to save that and keep it in the back. If he's Calm Mind or Sub, then this is bad for me. So he's gonna go for the Grass Line, and yeah, that disrespects his crap. That did a lot. Good lord. I'm gonna go Bronzong here. Oh no, he's life forward. Uh-oh. I should have looked at that. But this is whittling him and putting him in Sucker Punch range. I'm gonna go back into Slowking here. He's probably gonna Blast here. Yep. He gets a crit, unfortunately. And what I'm gonna do is go for the Thunder Wave here. Actually, no. He'll probably just Fire Blast again. I'm gonna go Flygon actually. As apparently the server is lagging or whatever. That's fine though. I can go Flygon now that I know he's not he can go Granbull or Ludicolo. I think I have to click Earthquake. He'll be in 2-hit KO range with Granbull, and he'll take a little bit of damage, and then he'll probably go Ludicolo, in which case I'll double into Emboar will not speed it, unfortunately. Maybe U-turn is the better play here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna U-turn. Because if he goes Grand Black, I can bring in Emboar. So he goes Cling. Earthquake would have knocked that out. Interesting. Go Bronzong here, and I can go for Earthquake. Because unless he has Wild Charge, it can't really do anything to Bronzong. And he's just helping me whittle it down. If he brings in Ludicolo, I can throw off a Toxic. So Gear Grind does actually a surprisingly large amount. It's a 2-hit KO. Possibly a 2-hit KO. I think Earthquake is still just my best play here. So he gets a crit, unfortunately. And let's see if this knocks him out. It does. So he can bring out Delphox for free pretty much now. Maybe I should have gotten my Rocks up earlier to ensure that he's within range. Let's see. I think he's Life Orb, so Flygon's not even really a switch. I'm just gonna throw off my Rocks. Maybe he'll go for a Psychic or something. So he goes for the Fire Blast, that's fine. So now I'm gonna go into Flygon, and I'm going to click Earthquake. There's Earthquake in play. I don't know if he would stay in. Yeah, I guess Earthquake is fine. So he goes hard Ludicolo. Not a bad play. I'm just gonna Earthquake again. If he gets up Rain and this is a Rain Dance Sweeper, then GG. Pretty much. So he goes for the Pump. He's Life Orb. Alright. So I'm pretty much screwed now. I'm just gonna click Sucker Punch here. He might go Granbull to ensure that he wins, which wouldn't be a bad play on his part. I should have gotten Rocks up with Bronzong instead of staying in on the Cling, because what that did was make it so I didn't really have a way to come back. And it kind of wasted Bronzong in a way. So he does go Granbull first. Third Blitz probably still knocks it out. Yeah, it does. But after that Intimidate drop, I'm not sure if Sucker Punch is going to take him out. Again, if I gotten up Rocks, then I'm pretty positive he would have been in range of Sucker Punch. We'll see. 252 attack. Probably not. Oh wow, it actually does. So, yeah. So we won that one by the skin of our teeth. So that was pretty awesome. We're at 24 minutes. So I'm going to grab one more. We're getting pretty good battles. We're 1363 in RU. We hit 1383 and 2530 Rex. So we were almost there. I was pretty good. I went 24-3 with this team though. If we can get back to 1400s in RU, it would be a lot better battles. Not that these are bad by any means. We're They're all going down to the wire. So we've got Dougie, Rapidash. This is a weird team, like an NU mixed RU team. I really need to get rid of Dugtrio before I can do anything with Emboar, because it just baits in Dugtrio. If I can get my rocks up, that'll be really nice for me. Let's see. Can't lead Magneton. But then again, what do I even need Magneton for? I can lead Flygon for pretty much free, and if he leads Ferroseed, I can just Fire Punch that. Does Rapidash get Flash Fire? Oh. BT Rapidash. It does indeed get Flash Fire. So I think his switch here would be Weezing. So I'm just going to U-turn. He does go into Weezing. And I'm going to go into Emboar just because I can get off a humongous hit with this. Let's see. He could go into Rapidash, in which I won't have a really good switch for that. Let's see. Pretty sure he would stay in. No, he goes Rapidash. That's fine. I'm just gonna go for a superpower here. His best move to hit me would be Drill Run. So he goes for a Flare Blitz that does quite a lot of damage. He'll be able to knock out Rapidash. He will bring in Dugtrio though, and this will make it easier to knock it out though. It'll be a little bit harder to take out Weezing now that Emboar's this low. But I'm just gonna go for a Sucker Punch here. Break that thing stash. She goes for the EQ, and I'm going to bring in Magneton, I believe, should be fine, or even Bronzong. I think Flygon is fine. And I can just go for a Fire Punch, I believe. Does U-turn kill, I wonder? I'll just U-turn into Bronzong here. And he'll probably go for Reversal, I guess. And I'm just gonna go for an Iron Head. Just quite a bit. Gosh, Dugtrio is annoying, man. It puts a lot of pressure on teams. I think Ferroseed comes out here. Or actually, I guess his best play is probably Hitmontop or Weezing. Can burn me with Weezing, even if I get my rocks up. So he does bring out the Ferroseed. I'm just going to go Magneton because I have no reason not to. I mean, he doesn't have a ground type to block the Volt Switch. In fact, maybe rocks would have been better to, well, no. Yeah, so he's trapped, he can't do anything. I'm just going to HP Fire twice. He might have the Shed Shell, but that'd be really weird. Not really, I guess. Magneton's getting fairly common in RU. It's an awesome Pokemon. Alright, so I got a crit. I'm pretty sure that mattered, but oh well. It was gonna die anyway. It was the difference between taking like a little bit of damage, pretty much. And here I can go into Slowking, should be fine. And I can throw off a T-Wave. So he hits me with the Toxic, which is a really good play on his part. Just gonna go into Jinx. Maybe expecting Scald, so that's not bad. And I'm gonna go into, I think, Flygon here. Maybe Rosine's better play. I'll go Bronzong. That's the safest play. I really want to get a Toxic off on Hitmontop, but so he goes for Trick. I'm not even mad about that, to be honest. I'm just gonna spam Toxic, I think, or I guess Iron Head should be fine. He goes Weezing. He'll probably go for the Will-O-Wisp here. I'm just gonna go into Slowking again. And fire off another T-Wave. Or even spam Psyshock is fine. Goes for Taunt, that's fine. I'll just go for a Psyshock. Super effective, he's got a lot of defense, but it will be doing a decent amount of damage to him. Goes for the Sludge Bomb. Not really going to do too much to us. That is not a 2-hit KO. Sludge Bomb makes us dive toxic, meaning I kind of want to go into maybe Magneton here and just spam Thunderbolt. So he does go for the Sludge Bomb again, and he doesn't have a switch into T-Bolt at all. Jinx will be 2 KO'd. Weezing's gonna live it as he has the Fire Blast mode, but it does put him in range of the next Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure, unless that was a higher roll. So that is gonna knock him out. Hitmontop is gonna be able to take anything I fire off with Magneton. But the rest of my team is pretty nicely suited to taking out Jinx, so I'm just gonna fire off a T-Bolt here. If he has Mach Punch and he's like Technician, Life Orb for whatever reason, that's fine. That does a pretty much clean damage, and this definitely puts him in range of the Earthquake from Flygon. Can even go for... No, I think Rizen's probably a better play here. I can just go right for the close combat, just to ensure the knockout and to hit Jinx really freaking hard, man. I mean, he could go Jinx just to sack it, but there's really no point. So, Life Orb Rizen coming through, man. The dual Scarf core between Flygon and Magneton is really awesome, though. And I can just go for a close combat here, and I know he was Scarfed, so he's gonna forfeit, and that's gonna be the live. So, got in really good battles. If you like the team, just ask in the comments and I can post a paste print or whatever. It's worked really well for me. I've only lost 3 times with it. I actually battled Joey Pokemon on while he was laddering for RU, and I was able to pull out a win with that. It was a really good battle. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked it, leave comments, leave a like, and subscribe if you liked it for sure. And yep, thank you guys. Have a great day. Peace.